Attempt number 2, filling in the gap upstairs on this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and very fuzzy studio audience. That is Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, well, if you watched my last video, you saw I was trying to put the vinyl up to fill in that gap upstairs, and all that kept happening is the drill kept tearing into the vinyl and shredding it up. I tried like 4 different attempts over a few hours, and it just wasn't happening. I was too used to the other kind of vinyl, which I found another piece of. So maybe that's going to work better. Yeah, so here it is, Wednesday the 2nd of March, and yeah, yesterday was the 1st, and I've been used to using this vinyl, which used to be my curtains that went between my passenger area, or right behind my driver and passenger seat, and the rest of the truck, the sleeper area. That's what I'm trying to say. This stuff is just straight vinyl through and through, so you can drill it fairly easily, put screws in it and all that, and it's pretty tough stuff. So I found another piece, thank God. It's fairly large. It's not going to do the whole job, but I did buy something else at Hobby Lobby. I found this. It's a lighter gray color, but it is still gray, so it'll work in the whole scheme of things. The inside has got some, other material on it, but it's much more industrial. It's much tougher, and I think this is going to work better. To at least do the top section, I can maybe use the piece I already have down here to do the 2 sides of that whole gap between the new and old section of the truck. That is the theory. We're going to try that. This piece only cost me 10 bucks, so not too bad. And the other one I found, so I think between the 2, we can make another attempt tonight to make this work. First off, I do want to say thanks to everybody who put in the comments. I had a lot of people suggesting using a hole punch to punch the hole first, so then if I put the screws in, it's not going to tear it up. I had a lot of great suggestions. Somebody did suggest that I try a salvage yard where they take trucks, and I found one that's down in Henderson, Colorado, and they had the curtains for a Cascadia, which would have worked fine, but they wanted 250 bucks for them. It's like, no, I just need the material. I'm not, you're hanging them back up as curtains. Even if I were, 250 bucks? Hello! I think they were a little out of reality on what they were asking for those curtains. I don't know. Maybe if you bought them from a Freightliner dealer brand new, they would cost that much. I don't know. But luckily I had those 2 really tall curtains that I was able to use to cover the vinyl on the board up there and a lot of other places on the truck, and it's worked just fine. I found that other piece. I didn't know I had it. I was just searching around the pole barn tonight and stumbled across it. That was after I bought this other vinyl. I didn't buy much because I wanted to make sure it was going to work first. So I just got 1 yard, and so it was 10 bucks a yard. So 10 bucks. So we'll give that a shot along with that. We'll take another attempt. We'll try to use the batting again. I bought a new pair of scissors because the scissors I had been using to cut damn near everything while doing this project, and kind of killed them already. And those were newer scissors I bought a few months ago. So I bought another pair of scissors so I can cut the batting and the vinyl a little easier. So we're going to get up there and try to do this again. Luckily the scissors were 50% off because these were marked as $7.99. My wife needed a pair, so for 8 bucks we each got one. And these are Singer, the sewing machine people. So I figure, yeah, those should be pretty good to cut material. Do you realize you can pay like $30, $40 for a pair of scissors? I never would, because of course I'm so terrible about cutting things you really shouldn't cut with, scissors. You need like 10 snips or something, but I'll try. I always end up killing them. So 4 bucks, that works for me. Okay, I did get the one sidewall up with the older vinyl. It's not the best job, but the screws did go in and not completely wrinkle it. Got the light on it so you can see a little bit better. It goes up there to the corner, down to the bottom. So it's something. I think we may leave that, and we'll try to move on from there. All right, put a couple more screws in just to give it a little bit more of a finished look, and I think that's gonna have to do it. See what I can do from there. I thought this was gonna be one of the easiest jobs I had to do on this truck, doing that vinyl over the gap, but oh my God. we had the failure last night. We tried again tonight, and the left side took me over 2 hours just to do that little section. So I decided to try a different approach for the right side. I put the vinyl up there first, screwed it in a few places, then folded it over, and then put some more screws in with the finishing washers to make it look better. Finally got it around the other side and got those in. And the bottom doesn't look so great, but you're not going to see that. The mattress is going to hide that. But, oh my God, you know, doesn't it kill you when you have those little jobs you think, oh, this is going to be a little easy, quick job. Hello. And it takes the better part of a couple of days. Oh my God. Well, so I used the old vinyl for those two sides. Now we're going to try the new vinyl for the top section. I don't have a lot of confidence. All right, so here's the section on the right side I put on. Stopped it right towards the top. I initially put the left side on with the vinyl folded over to the left to put a few screws in to hold it. Then folded it over and put the screws with the finish washers, like right there, on, so it looks a little better. Try to match it up with the vinyl that was there. Wrapped it around, pulled it tight, and put screws in up this side. So then I think it looks fairly good. You can say this looks a little convoluted down there, but the mattress will be above that, so you won't see that. Just wanted it to hold it into place fairly well. Now, the hard part, attacking the top in two separate sections. Alright, so I roughly measured off the 8 inches I figure I'm going to need for the top here, and I'm going to need 2 pieces of that width. Okay, so got the top one basically in. I got to put a few more screws in it. Man, was this thing a pain in the ass. I had no idea it was going to be such a chore and take all night. It's 3:30 in the morning now. Like I said, I got to still put a few more screws in. Gonna upload the video, yada yada yada. But the gap is covered. It's not as clean as I'd like it to be, but I'm not redoing it. No. Alright, so I've taken a little break here, and I'm going to go back up and try to put a few more screws in. The top section, which you couldn't tell really, is in 2 sections. So I'm going to have to put some more screws in on the back side of the second left section. And I'm going to put a few more in just across, just to give it a little bit better look. Like I say, it didn't come out as clean as I wanted it to look, but you know, at this point, you know, beggars can't be choosers, yada yada yada, right? You know, I got to get it done, and I would like to get the mattress up there tomorrow, and so to do all that, I still need to vacuum everything up there, cut off a couple of bolts with the grinder, and then throw the mattress up. Luckily, wrapping those 2x4s, I know from my little headboard, which will be right up there, is going to be much easier because I've wrapped plenty of the boards here in the truck in vinyl, and that was easy. But boy, putting that little thing up for the gap, phew. Okay, put a few more screws in along the top edge and down underneath, which you can see right there, just to give it a little bit more of a finished look. So that vinyl with the batting inside is all down there, down the sidewall, and down that sidewall. So the gap is now covered. Like I say, it doesn't look as clean as I had wanted it to, but you know, it is what it is. I think still looks fairly decent, and we've covered the gap. So now, other than grinding down those bolts over there so I don't impale my hand every time I try to tuck my sheets in, the upper bunk area is, for all intents and purposes, done. Other than throwing the mattress up here, which we'll do tomorrow, and making my little headboard, which will go from that cabinet over here to this post, so that my pillows won't go flying down to the floor when I'm up here sleeping. So there you go, looking down on the cab. There's that cabinet. Of course, the other night we put in the APU control panel, got that vent up there, and run the duct up. That vent's over there, and there are shelves in place. And this, all the exposed wood you see right now, will be covered up by our mattress. And yes, because I'm trying to keep along the same theme, I have a gray comforter. So, it's gonna look oh so good, baby. Oh so good. As I was climbing back down, I thought I'd give you another shot of what it looks like now. But that is up there in place. Like I say, not the best job in the world, but you know, it covers the gap. We've got the darker vinyl on the sides, lighter vinyl on the top, all still gray, so complements the entire on the sum. What do you think? Whoa. All right, thanks for tuning in for that one. Yes, more progress. So tomorrow night, Justin and I are going to try to hoist the mattress up in there and get that uncurled, unfolded, and all that. It's the Tufton Needle Mint mattress. Just, you know, comes in a box, is rolled up. That's how we're going to hoist it up. That's why we went ahead and left that thing open, and I haven't done that headboard section yet. So, going to get all that done up there, and upstairs will be complete with a bed in it and everything. How about that? I'm excited. Yeah. You excited? You're so stoic, Rusty. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment. I get your comments usually within 24 hours while doing the project. Don't forget about Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. Detective Friday, do these look like the breasts of a 43-year-old woman? No, they don't, Miss Wiss. They're quite impressive, bordering on spectacular. I thought it was recording, so we missed him jumping up, but he is enjoying his begging strip. Happy dog. Ah, yes. Again, made quick work of that again tonight. You got it, buddy.